Wes, when you decided to come back to this year, how much were games like this, especially Georgia, kind of in your mind throughout the games it wasn't at all?
Games like this were never on my mind when I decided to come back. I also did decide to come back because of football reasons, school. Well, also I felt like I didn't prove anything yet, but for the most part, the games were never on my mind.
But now you're getting this opportunity. I mean, you've played these guys before, but kind of it's a little bit different. The perception of you guys is different, I think.
Yeah. You talking about based off last year's?
Oh yeah, well yeah, definitely based off last year.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's different, but then again, it's a game of football. You never know. SEC, man, you never know.
When you get into these last couple games against Georgia, they've been both really physical, kind of tight games. How much confidence do they give you guys, though, especially the way you ran on them last year? Kind of just knowing that you have that kind of experience back in your back of your mind that you can hang with them.
Yeah. So we don't even I'm not gonna lie, we don't even look at last year's games or whatever games we were playing. Georgia is they're a different team just like we are. You can't look back at old games and they're not the same team and neither are we. So I think it's gonna be a good game. Like you said, it always has been, but good game with two different teams.
You mentioned that you felt like you hadn't proved anything yet. What can you do on Saturday to prove that you can play at that next level?
I don't think it's basically what I can do Saturday. I feel like it's a whole season's worth of me proving who I am and what I can do. Last year I didn't even start. I was going to come out. I didn't think it didn't sit right with me. But Saturday, it's just going to treat it like any other game. It's the game. It's an important game because it's the next game. And like Coach Stoops always tells us, so I'm gonna go out there and treat it like another game. Obviously, I'm from Georgia. I got a chip on my shoulder because I'm from there. And that's really it. That's all it is.
Did you get any looks from them when you were playing?
Yeah. I talk with the running back coach time to time, but it wasn't really nothing too major. And it's nothing really against them, because they didn't, recruit me a lot. It's not like I don't like them at all. It's just I'm from there, and a lot of my family like them and likes their team. And it doesn't sit right with me. My family knows it too. But
what is your family cheering for this week?
No, my family doesn't have a choice.
Did you grow up cheering for them?
No. So weird thing about me is when I grew up, I was talking to my dad about it earlier this week. I really didn't grow up listening or watching college football at all. The team that I really looked at was, everybody knows, Oregon, because they had the crazy uniforms. And that was really it. I really didn't watch college football like that. My dad didn't really either, but he was asking me the other day, like, do I still cheer for Kentucky after you leave? Dang right.
What do you think when people say, like, teams, you can't run against this Georgia defense?
They got a lineup just like we got a lineup, so we gonna see.
How many people are you gonna have in the game? Friends, family, colleagues?
So there's probably a lot of my friends that I went to high school with that I don't speak to like that anymore. They're probably gonna be there. I have some friends that go there. Talked to a few of them. They're gonna be there, but for my close family, I think they bought some tickets, and I have a lot of tickets for the game. I think I'm gonna have close to 20 people at the game. So.
Why is it that teams have not been successful running against Georgia this year? Have you had a chance to look at some of the other film and pick out little things that maybe you guys can do?
We have, but I'm not going to say too much. But, like I said, I don't really know about the other teams. We're two different teams, so.
You got a few things in your toolbox and you pulled out yet?
In my toolbox?
Yeah, offensive toolbox.
Oh, we got some stuff, but me personally, I'm working on a little something, but we're gonna see how it goes.
Who have you seen step up this week on that D line in particular with Ox out?
So when Marquand got hurt, Ox did step up, and then I would have to say Khalil. Khalil stepped up big time. Him being a freshman, getting in there. Trevon Ripka, they all stepped up. I didn't know these in the spring, you joke around with these guys and you talk to them all day. And when we get on that field, they get serious. That's one thing I didn't really notice about those guys until game 1, game 2.
Is Will giving you a run for your money as far as the most physical runner on the team?
I don't know about that, but I did get mad at him the Florida game when he jumped over somebody. Was that Florida? It was Florida, wasn't it? I told him I've been trying to do that for 2 years, and he pulled it off before I did. So.
What would this win mean for you personally and for the football program?
So for me, it's like, okay, I've always wanted to beat Georgia since I got here. I mean, seeing them come here and, going there, it's like, why? Why is it just this close? But for the program, I think it means a lot for us to go 7-0, beating the #1 team. It's a big step for this program.
Do you sit around and daydream about it throughout the week, or do you?
Every day, Coach tells us, go home and visualize winning, doing things that you've never done. You never know what play is going to be that one play. So I sit around and I visualize, and it's like, just that touchdown that I could have had last year, or visualize that touchdown that I'm going to have this year.
What do you sense from your linemen going into a challenge like this?
That they're ready. They're going to come out and they're going to do anything they have or anything they can, and just to open up some run rooms, some passes, anything. Those guys, they're working hard this week, and you can tell.
Chris, how key is patience in a game like this in terms of kind of waiting for your opportunity to strike when they give you an opening to be able to capitalize on it?
It's very important, especially like we talked about today. Be patient, but be quick at the same time. You don't want to going against a defense like this. They're going to give you an opportunity, to break a long run, but you also have to be patient enough to see that. But then again, these linemen that they have, their front seven, they're quick, so you have to be quick too.
Is that front seven the first thing that jumps out to you when you watch them on film? Some people are like, they got talent at every level. Is it the talent of the scheme that really jumps out?
I wouldn't say their front seven really jumps out. I mean, when people say they got a good front seven, they're good. They're probably 5 stars coming out of high school, and if not, they're but they're student athletes just like we are. They work just like our D-line works, and we go against our D-line every day. Our D-line's good. Our linebackers are good. I mean, again, they're student athletes just like us.
How is it different playing Coach Settles as opposed to Coach Graham? How they different coaches?
So, a little bit. They have little tendencies that are the same, but I say they're different. Coach Graham was the OC when he was here, so it was different. He was coaching everybody else, or I mean, not everybody else. He was coaching everybody at one time. Coach Settle was just the running backs coach rather than LC, So Coach Settle he coaches us, just us, if we make a mistake.
Is preparation different, or is
that for you in Will is running the ball?
I couldn't hear you. What you said.
I was saying, how much does it help open things up for you when Will is running the ball the way he did this past weekend?
It opens up a lot of stuff, because people won't think he's like their quarterback, but then again, he might pull out, run one, and spin, juke, jump. You never know what he's gonna do, so you have to have somebody account for him. You can't just say you're gonna stop the run with everybody you have.
Is preparation any different this week, knowing the opponent ahead, or are you kind of treating it like every other week?
Treat it like every other game. It's the most important game because it's our next game. I'm not trying to do anything extra this week that I haven't done before. It's really the same thing for me. For me, it's kind of different than everybody else because it's Georgia. Last year, I was taking myself out of the game because I was getting tired. So the only thing I've been working on really, other than the plays and all that, was really my stamina.